This morning in our series, Life Lessons, how we handle all of life's curveballs. Maya Shankar is a cognitive scientist who spent decades studying how the brain responds to change.
Her podcast, called A Slight Change of Plans, blends research with storytelling to explore how we can navigate through the unexpected.
She is also out with a brand new book. It's called The Other Side of Change, Who We Become When Life Makes Other Plans. Maya, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a great book title. I mean, you know, start of the new year, a lot of folks are really digging into things like this. Why did you decide now was the time to write this kind of book?
Because change is a really scary process for all of us to navigate psychologically. You know, I've had a lot of formative experiences with change, and I would so often hear the mantra that while you can't control what happens to you, you can control your response to what happens. And I'm like, that sounds good. How the heck do I actually do that?
Right.
You know, it's just like rung hollow for me. So it's not like there's a, switch in my brain that I could just flip on that will suddenly make me feel more hopeful or peaceful or more enlightened. And so what I really wanted to do with The Other Side of Change is give people the guide that I felt I needed, that I know so many people want, which is to actually think and feel differently through powerful storytelling and science-backed strategies.
You know, everybody says they've got a plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson. And all of a sudden, you've got to make these changes. And you had to make changes, and you've interviewed others. What is it about that process that makes it so difficult?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that we forget, but that's actually filled with hope, is when a big change happens to us, it also leads to lasting change within us. We become different people on the other side of change with new abilities, perspectives, values, beliefs. And so if you're feeling really daunted at the outset of a change, first of all, you're not alone. I'm super scared of change too. But there is some hope in the fact that you will become new. There's a reason I called my book The Other Side of Change. It's all about these incredible internal transformations. And so, Al, to your question, the people I interviewed for the book, they discovered newfound confidence, clarity, a renewed relationship with their family, just new ways of seeing themselves in the world. And so the message of my book is really, can we come to see change not simply as something to endure, but as an opportunity to reimagine who we can be?
Welcoming change.
Yes, exactly.
So when our life path does go a little bit awry, you say it's important to expand our self-identity. How do we do that?
We should try to define ourselves not simply by what we do, but by why we do that thing. So to make it concrete, when I was a little kid, I was a budding concert violinist. I was studying at Juilliard under Itzhak Perlman.
Better than me.
Oh, look at you there.
Yeah,
That's not as good as a picture we have of Craig, though.
Please don't ruin this. Don't ruin it. I am so sorry, Maya.
Oh my God, that's
you
amazing.
You were trying to make a point. Oh,
I mean,
I'm so sorry.
I love it. That's 8-year-old Maya next to Craig.
Yes.
And so we could have done a duet together, buddy.
No, we couldn't. We could not have. You were going to Juilliard. I was not.
Well, I had my own slight change of plans, and a sudden hand injury ended my dreams overnight. And so I think we're all familiar with what happens when life closes a bunch of doors. And so what I learned was, rather than defining myself based on what I did, like being a violinist, it can be really helpful to define myself by why I love that thing. So why did I love music? Emotional connection. I love this sort of thing. I love talking with you guys right now. And so just because I lost the violin didn't mean that I lost what led me to love it in the first place. So I would urge everyone who's watching now, ask yourself, what is your why? Maybe it's service, maybe it's getting better at something, maybe it's having a creative outlet. Whatever it is, that part of your identity will be fully intact. It'll give you a soft landing in the face of change, and it can really be a compass that guides you towards your next step.
Remembering the why really quickly here, Maya. I mean, this idea, because it happens to all of us.
Yeah.
You have these mental spirals.
Yeah.
Something doesn't go as planned. And
like your violin concert?
There you go. Yeah. There you go. The violin, it didn't go as I planned. That was good. That was good. What do you do when you have those mental spirals? How do you get to the other side of that?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like I have a PhD in rumination. I excel at this. But we all know what it's like. 3 a.m., you wake up, you can't stop thinking about stuff. One really quick strategy is called affect labeling. Instead of just feeling that negative swirl of emotions, try to give specific labels to what you're feeling. Is it anxiety? Is it grief? Is it resentment? Is it anger? Research shows that if you label your emotions, you shift your focus away from being the emotion to simply having the emotion.
Wow.
Wow.
This is
I know. I wish we had more time. I just want to ask you a whole bunch of questions.
By the way, you can send her a bill. Bill her by the aisle. Maya Shankar, thank you. Come back.
I would love to. Thank you guys so much.
It's called The Other Side of Change, and that book is out today.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.